today we are doing Unit 3, Part 2, Lesson 1. So we're going to start with some vocabulary terms. Our first term is the coordinate plane. The coordinate plane is a two-dimensional plane formed by the intersection of a horizontal and vertical number line. So there's a visual over here of a coordinate plane. The origin is the place where the horizontal and vertical axes meet. So that's right in the middle here, the origin, where the vertical and horizontal lines meet. Okay? Take out one of your highlighters. Our next term is the x-axis. So the x-axis is the horizontal number line on the coordinate plane. So your x-axis is right here. Okay? Just like a regular horizontal number line, any of your numbers to the right of the origin are going to be positive numbers. Any numbers to the left of the origin are going to be negative. Right? Then we have the y-axis. So take out your other colored highlighter. Your y-axis is the vertical number line in the coordinate plane. Okay, so go ahead and highlight that in the picture. This is your y-axis. Oops, your vertical number line. Okay, again, just like a regular vertical number line, anything up from the origin or above 0 is going to be positive. Anything down is going to be negative. Okay, and then we have ordered pair. An ordered pair is a pair of numbers used to locate a point on the coordinate plane. So all ordered pairs are written with the x value first. Okay, so highlight that in the same color you used to highlight your x-axis. And then the y-coordinate second. Okay, so highlight that in the same color you used to highlight your y-axis. Okay, so a good way to remember this is thinking of airplanes. Your x-coordinate is going to come first because an airplane has to move over on the runway before it can start flying. Your y-coordinate comes next because then the airplane can fly up in the air. Okay? It has to move over first and then it can move up, or in this case, if it's a negative y value, it can also move down. Okay? So go ahead and flip your page. We're going to practice plotting some ordered pairs on the coordinate plane. Okay, so there are 4 steps to do that, and we'll kind of go through the steps as we practice. So remember, from the front, a good reminder to put for yourself is my x value comes first, then my y value. Okay, so in that same color I used pink for my x-axis on the front, I'm going to highlight my x-axis here in pink. And I'm going to go ahead right now, and in all of my ordered pairs here, I'm going to highlight the first number in pink because that's my x value. So all of my x values come first. 3, -4, 2, -1, 5, and 0. Okay? Then my y value is going to be listed second. So I have y comes second. This is my y right here. I have 2, -1, -4, -2, 0, -6. Okay? Also, as a reminder, this is what it kind of talks about in step 2 and step 3. If my x-coordinate is positive, I'm going to be moving in this direction to the right of the origin. If it's negative, I'm going to be moving in this direction. If my y-coordinate is positive, I'm going to be moving up. If my y-coordinate is negative, I'm going to be moving down. Okay? So we're going to start by plotting the points and then labeling them with the correct letter. Okay? So step 1, we always start at the origin. Okay? Then we're going to count out the x-coordinate. So in this case, my x-coordinate is 3. So I'm going to count out the positive direction, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Then my y-coordinate is 2. Since this is a positive y-coordinate, I'm going to be moving up 2. Okay, so I went in the positive x direction, I'm going in the positive y direction. Okay, so from that 3, I'm going to go up 1, 2, and then my last step is to plot that point. So my point is 3, 2, and I'm going to label that A. Okay, so I moved to the right 3, and I moved up 2. Okay? My next point, my next ordered pair is -4, -1. Since my x value is negative, I'm actually going to be moving to the left this time. I'm going to be moving 4 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm at -4. Since my y value is negative, I'm going to be moving down 1. So I moved over to the left 4, and I'm going to move down 1, and then I'm going to go ahead and label that B. Okay? Next, I'm going to plot and label point C. My x value is 2, positive, so I'm going to go in the positive direction 2, and then my 4 is negative, my y value, so I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and label that C. D is -1, -2. So for my x value, I'm going to go to the left 1 to find -1, and then I'm going to go down 2 to find -2. I'm going to label that D. E is +5, 0. Okay, so I'm going to move over 5 to the right, and since my y value is 0, I'm not moving up or moving down, so I'm going to plot right on the x-axis. Okay, so that is E. For F, my x value is 0, my y value is -6. Since I'm always starting at the origin, my x value is telling me not to move right or left. I'm staying at 0, so I'm just going to stay right here. And then I'm going to move down -6. So I'm plotting right on the y-axis. 0, -6 is F. Okay? Another vocabulary term to add is quadrants. Okay, the coordinate plane contains 4 quadrants. They go in counterclockwise order. So I have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. They're written as Roman numeral numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All of my ordered pairs in quadrant 1 are going to have positive x values, okay, because all of these are positive to the right of the origin, and positive y values because everything up from the origin is positive. Anything in quadrant 2 is going to have a negative x value, but a positive y value. Anything in quadrant 3 is going to have both a negative x value and a negative y value. Quadrant 4, I'm going to have positive x value, but negative y value. Okay, so for these examples, we are going to write the ordered pair and tell the location, either the quadrant or the axis, of each indicated point. So these are already plotted for us, and we're going to determine where they are located, as well as their ordered pair. Okay, so I am going to highlight my axes again. So my pink I used for x. So I'm going to highlight my horizontal number line with pink, and I am going to highlight my vertical number line, my y axis, with blue. Okay, so point A. Point A is located right here. I need to go over from the origin first, left or right. So this is right, so I'm going to count. It's over 3. Okay, so that's my x value, and it's up 2. So 3, 2 is my ordered pair, and it's located in quadrant 1. I'm going to use that Roman numeral. And to help you out, if you want, you can go ahead and actually label all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, to help you out. Point B is located right here. So my x value is going to be negatives because I moved over to the left. So I have -1, -2, and then I went up in the positive direction for y to 3. So my ordered pair is -2, 3. This is located in quadrant 2. Okay, for C, I'm going over to the right 2 and down 2 to -2. So I have +2 for my x value, -2 for my y value. So 2, -2. C is located in quadrant 4. D is right here. I'm going in the negative direction for x, so I went over to -4, down to -3. So my ordered pair is -4, -3. When both are negative, that is in quadrant 3. E is located right here. Okay, so I didn't move over either direction, so my x value is going to be 0. I didn't move to the right, I didn't move to the left. And then I moved up 1, 2, 3, 4. So my y value is 4. This isn't located in quadrant 1 and it's not located in quadrant 2. It's actually located on the y-axis. So that is the location, y-axis. My last point, F, I moved over to the right 6 in the positive direction, and I did not move up or down. I stayed on the x-axis, so my y value is 0. And again, this is not in quadrant 1, it's not in quadrant 4, it's located on the axis, so its location is x-axis. Okay? For this next part, all we want you to do is name the quadrant each point is located in. Okay, so again, we're going to practice this visual of our x-axis, whoops, our y-axis, okay? And I am going to label, just as a reminder, okay, this is the positive direction, negative, positive, negative, okay? I'm going to label my quadrants. I have quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So based on these values, we're going to label what quadrant they're in. So I'm going to go ahead and actually highlight all my x values in my pink, my y values in my blue to help me out as well, okay? So if I have a negative x value, so somewhere over here, -14 is not on my labeled on my coordinate plane on my x-axis, but I know it's in this direction. An 8 also is not labeled, but I know it's in this direction because it's positive. So I have a negative x, positive y. That's going to fall in quadrant 2. Okay, so you do not need to plot the points. We're just figuring out where they are located. Okay, so I have +7, positive x value, positive y value. If both are positive, I'm going to be in quadrant 1. If I have a negative x and a negative y, so negative x and negative y, that's going to be in quadrant 3. Okay, positive x, negative y, quadrant 4. Negative x, positive y, that's going to be in quadrant 2. -4, +20, quadrant 2. And positive x, negative y, quadrant 4. Right, go ahead and try your U-tries on the back.